Inside of this video, we are going to go over every single traveling merchant inside of Grow a Garden Roblox and how to actually have them spawn in your game. If you guys are all new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, and of course, on those notifications. Alright, and let's get right back into this video, guys. So, again, I said we're going over all of the traveling merchants. There are currently 5 different kinds of traveling merchants. The first and the newest traveling merchant that we have for you guys, alright, is the Mutation Spray merchant. This is a brand new traveling merchant, guys. Alright, it was just added a couple days ago, and it spawns between the seed shop and the first plot, guys. So, also another thing is this is actually what it sells. Okay, you have 3 different types of mutations that you can actually get from this guy. They each cost 50 million shekels, guys. And I believe that when you purchase one, you actually get to use this 3 different times. So, the first one is the mutation wet. So, the wet mutation actually gives you a 2 multiplier. Alright, then we got Windstruck and then Verdant, guys. View Windstruck again, I believe, gives you a X2 multiplier. And then the Verdant here, guys, gives you a X5 multiplier, guys. So, of course, this is the best one. But if you're trying to get, all 3 would be helpful if you put it on one singular fruit. The next one that we have for you guys is the Gnome merchant. And this has to be my least favorite merchant. So, what the Gnome merchant actually sells is none other than the common Gnome crate, the farmer's Gnome crate, the classic Gnome crate, and the iconic Gnome crate. And you can see all of their prices are right here, guys. This is actually what comes inside of the farmer Gnome sprite right here. It is a bunch of different characters that are actually inside of the Grow a Garden game. You can see Raphael, he sells the pets. Alright, Steve, I believe he runs the sell shop. Alright, Eloise runs the gear shop. Sam, of course, was the person who Orchitos currently run the seed shop, guys. And then we have Cletus. Alright, I'm not entirely sure who this is. He's not in the game. But yeah, no idea who that is. The reason why this is my least favorite, alright, is it only sells gnomes. Alright, it's just a bunch of gnome cosmetics, guys. And I'm looking for more like fruits and seeds and mutations and stuff. Speaking of fruits, alright, we got the Summer Seed Merchant, guys. Alright, what the Summer Seed Merchant actually sells is right here. You can see it's got a huge list of a bunch of different seeds that they actually sell. The bad thing about this, alright, it might be kind of hard to see right now, but the bad thing about this is that you're not guaranteed any of these seeds to be inside of the shop when you actually get the Summer Seed Merchants inside of your game. Guys, you can see that each of these guys, I had to enlarge it for those of you in the back, but you can see here like the pitcher plant, the rarest seed on here, okay, actually is worth 7.5 million shekels. And not only that, it has 1 in 12 chances to actually get inside of the shop, guys. That means not only do you have to get the Summer Seed Merchant inside your game, but then you have to have this thing spawn in. Alright, and it only has a 1 in 12 chance of actually happening, but you can't essentially buy any summer seed from here. Alright, but basically the whole thing is still here. You got the pitcher plant, the foya, the equit, the prickly pear, the bell pepper, and so on and so. Next up, we got the honey merchants, guys. Alright, the honey merchant sells none other than honey products. Alright, so you can see here we got the flower seed pack, okay, the honey sprinkler, the bee egg of the bee crates, and the honey crafters crates. Guys, again, these don't always stock every single time, where the bee egg and the flower seed pack do have a 100% stock rate, guys. The other ones do not. Okay, the honey sprinkler only has a 16% chance, and the 2 to cosmetic crates have a 25% chance of actually being inside of the stock, which I'm not mad about this. I mean, I don't really care about the honey sprinkler all that much. I really only care about the flower seed pack and of course the BA. Alright, now we got ourselves the Sky Merchant, guys. This is what the Sky Merchant looks like right here. And what the Sky Merchant actually sells is none other than these items right here. You can see the Night Staff, the Starler, the Mutation Spray, Cloud Touch, guys. Alright, I don't know why this isn't inside of the Mutation Merchant, but that I guess that's up to Jandal. Alright, so anyway, you can see that the Night Staff here, what it actually does is it attracts more like moonlit mutations. Okay, the Star Clawler is very similar, but this attracts shooting stars that'll actually get you the Celestial Mutation. And of course, this will give you the Cloud Touch Mutation. I don't know why this thing is worth 50 million. Alright, I feel like the star crawler is much better than the cloud touched, but that is just my opinion, I guess. Alright, so now that we know what all of these guys do, how do you actually get it inside of your game? I said previously that it actually spawns in between the seed shop and the first block. You can see that this space right here is, well, in between the seed shop and the first plot, but there's nothing here, guys. So, how do we actually get this thing to spawn in? Well, you simply just have to wait. Alright, it'll spawn and not at random, but at certain times inside of the day, guys. A traveling merchant will come into your game once every 4 hours, guys. Alright, so, if you're on the game for 4 hours straight, then you will at least have one traveling merchant show up during that time. The traveling merchant will then stay inside of your game for 30 minutes before leaving, guys. And well, because there are 5 different traveling merchants, that means that you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting any of the 5 traveling merchants. Of course, that's the Gnome, the Sky, the Mutation, the Honey, and of course, the Summer Seed Sellers, guys. Alright, so, that means you have a 1 in 5 chance of any of those 5 merchants actually coming and spawning in right here, guys. Alright, I believe that the times that the traveling merchants actually spawn in are it'll spawn in around like 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, guys. However, there are also some times where it's just straight up bugged and will not actually spawn in. Alright, if that happens, well, then I guess you're just going to have to wait for more hours, guys. It honestly sucks, guys. Alright, especially because some of these guys actually have a rarity inside of their stocks, much like the seed stock. But different from the seed stock is that the seed shop doesn't actually go away. You can always come here and check whatever, seeds you want. You may not get the seeds that you want, but at least the shop is always here, okay? You could actually go days and days without ever seeing the summer seed merchants, guys. And then once you finally do it, he's got nothing but cauliflower or literally nothing. It's possible that the summer seed merchant has actually no seeds to buy, which to me just sounds brutal. Alright, putting everything up to rarity when even it's spawning in the game is up to rarity, guys, is absolutely ridiculous. There should at least be one thing that is 100% inside of the shop, much like the honey merchant where you can always buy yourself some flower seed packs or even some bee eggs. So, with that being said, leave down inside the comments below what you guys think your favorite merchant inside of the game is, or which one that you are most hyped about, or which one you can have spawn in your game, because some of them are honestly pretty hard to actually get. But anyway, guys, that is going to have to be it for this video. If you guys all did enjoy, make sure you guys all hit the like button, subscribe, and of course, turn on those notifications so you guys do not miss a single upload on this channel, guys. But anyway, that is it. I'll see you guys all later. Peace out, and of course, goodbye.